Hey guys, Kane here with XBLA fans. Just wanted to do a quick video for Stardew Valley. This game just released for $14.99 on Xbox One. I've been enjoying it a lot. I wanted to give you guys some quick tips and tricks that I've learned so far. Starting off with probably the most useful thing on earth, which is click the always show tool, hit location. I can't tell you how many times I killed my own crops because of that. Now, one of the things you're going to realize with Stardew Valley is that time is the real enemy pretty quick. So one of the things I've realized is that I can actually have tasks completed overnight. I like to do my iron and my gold overnight just to remind myself. One of the cool things about this game is that even some of the basic things like your TV are actually useful. You can learn different recipes and also figure out whether or not it's going to rain and whatnot tomorrow, which can help you with planning your day. Now, watering crops is probably one of the most tedious and annoying tasks there is. If you notice, you can see on the right, I actually have some decent crop setups with those sprinklers, and then on the left, I have the ones I have to manually do. These kind of suck, and honestly, it gets really tedious. And it's going to get even worse when you start to have even more crops, so like you need to plan ahead and just be kind of smart. Now, one of the things I didn't do correctly when I started this game was I actually built my chicken coop before I had my silo, and that's kind of a pain. Now, the beauty of this game is that your chickens will never die. Even if you don't feed them, they'll just stop producing eggs. But if you get a silo, you don't have to pay for grass and you don't have to pay for hay. Because you can do is you can just walk around and you can just start slapping all this annoying stuff that's on the ground anyway. So like just killing all this weeds and whatnot will basically get you hay for free. Now this is huge. This like saves you so much money early. In fact, I believe if you actually do the math, you will lose money on chickens if you are buying the hay yourself. Now, another nice thing, I didn't actually even realize this, I had to have Moist Zombie tell me, is that you can color code your chests. Mine aren't very organized yet, so I'm not going to harp on that, but one of the best ways to make money early in the game is fishing. And one of the cool things about fishing is depending on where you're doing it and the time of day and the time of night, it's going to change what you're going to find. The fishing minigame is actually not too bad. I actually kind of like it. I find it kind of relaxing, especially the fact that you can just do it with just the X button. So it's nice and simple. Every once in a while you might get like a treasure chest that pops up that lets you get like a bonus item. But, you know, just pop in, get a nice big largemouth bass. Now, I mean, I'm going to sell that thing, but you could also eat it. Now, one of the things that you need to learn with this game is the mines, and one of the best things about the mines is that each area of the mine actually has a higher drop rate basically of certain types of things. So like that 30 to 39 range is a lot of copper. Now, I was trying to record this on a Wednesday, which means Pierre's is closed, which kind of sucks, but that gave me an excuse to show you guys the calendar. This is something I didn't realize at first. It actually tells you when the events are, as well as how many days are in a month. Now, one of the absolute best ways to make money early on in this game is to start picking up shells and other objects like that off the beach. In fact, I would highly recommend when you have 300 wood actually finishing this and making it so you can get over here. Now, one of the things that kind of sucks about this, like any other game, if you're a pack rat kind of like me, is you're going to want the bigger backpacks as soon as you can get them. Because you notice I'm going to have to like drop a bunch of items here. And I left this in just to show how annoying this is. So like in particular, like when you're picking up these items, like you'd think you could stack sea urchins, they stack. But the problem is if you get one of these with those gold stars and whatnot, which are going to be more valuable, you kind of get screwed. So you want to make sure you're paying attention to that stuff. Now, one of the best ways to get seeds each season is to actually finish the community center bundles. And I'm going to just show myself doing that. I've cut this a little bit just to avoid any kind of spoiler type content for people, but just getting these rewards are kind of huge. Now, one thing you really need to be careful about is when you're deciding what seeds to plant. So this is one of the coolest things in this game is the fact that there's a lot of thought that goes into this. So if you notice, like pumpkins are going to plant and they're going to grow in 13 days and they just grow once. Corn, on the other hand, will continue to mature and you'll get more than one crop out of it on top of the fact that it grows in summer and fall. Now, one thing that it took me a little bit to realize is I can actually pull up the map and I can exactly find who I'm looking for. So a lot of times you have journal entry quests that will require you doing that. Makes it a lot easier to figure out exactly where someone is. I highly recommend showing up right when their place of business starts because they're more likely to be there. Now, one of the cool things about this game is there's this traveling cart here, and this is going to be here on Fridays and Sundays, I believe. And it sometimes has some cool items, sometimes it's very overpriced, like this visit right here. I didn't have much money anyway, so it wasn't like I was going to buy anything. But these are just some quick tips for you guys, some things I wish I had known when I started playing. Thanks again for watching, and we'll have more videos for Stardew and other ID at Xbox and indie games very soon.